Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sunday Morning Shred. I'm your host, Mark Murray. This is the show where you wake up Sunday morning, head over to YouTube, make sure you get your coffee, your soda, your beer, your whiskey. I don't know, people have been telling me they drink some crazy stuff in the mornings lately. I stick to coffee myself, but wake up, grab whatever you want to drink, you head to YouTube, and I'm here waiting for you to talk guitars with you. Today, we're going to be looking at the ESP 2011 catalog. A few months ago, my buddy Steve Pooch sent me in a whole box of guitar catalogs. So I showed them to you guys, and you guys started telling me which ones you want to see, and it seems like you guys want to see them all. None of them stood out, actually, in what you guys were requesting. So we're starting with ESP 2011. We got Jackson coming up soon, Ibanez. We got all kinds of awesome catalogs. So let's go ahead and jump on into it right now. Alright, so here it is, the ESP 2011 Summer Edition. We got Gus G on the front, rocking the Star. Non-Floyd Star, man. That's a guitar a lot of people want is Star guitars, ESP Stars. And the fact that they don't have a version with the Floyd Rose is kind of a bummer. But let's jump on into it. So, first, starts out right off with some new 2011 models. The 330 Active Series LTD guitars. So here we go, right off the bat. They got their whole line basically laid out there. We got the 330 Eclipse up there with all new high-performance ESP active pickups. So I don't know what that means, if they're like similar to ESP or EMG pickups, I should say, and maybe they're just a little more affordable, but here you go. So we got the Les Paul style Eclipse. We got the neck through H330, the Horizon. We got the M, which is the Mirage 330R. So what does R? It means reverse headstock. MH330FR Floyd Rose model. Gotta love that one. So I love that the MH series is a combination between the M and the H. I play a bunch of MH1000s, and I actually do have an MH400 right now in the collection that I'll probably be selling pretty soon because I got too many guitars and never play it. So, and then we got the Viper 330. Providing an unprecedented combination of performance and affordability, the 330 series offers new active pickups designed and manufactured by ESP, now available in 4 of the most popular LTD body styles. 4 of them, huh? Just 4 of the body styles? Because I see 5 here. Well, I guess these are the same body shape. Different headstocks, different configurations, but, you know. So, now available in 4 of the most popular LTD body styles, the 330 series makes it easy to choose your high-quality, high-performance guitar. I didn't know the Vipers were 24 3/4 inch scale length. Same thing up there with the Eclipses, 24 3/4. And then over here we got another new model for the year, the Deluxe series, EC1000 VB Duncan. So that one comes with the Seymour Duncan JB and 59 pickups. Tune-o-matic bridge and tailpiece, of course, ESP locking tuners, 24 jumbo frets, extra jumbo frets. We got the Viper 256 Distressed. You don't see these too often. Bound neck, looks nice. And then the Viper 256 AVB. So that's the AVC. I wonder what the difference between those are. Got set neck, both of them. We got mahogany body and neck. We got the rosewood fingerboards on both. Thin U neck contour on both, 24 frets. So I guess one's gold hardware, one's nickel. Both got the Tune-o-matic. Same pickups, the LH150 bridge and neck. Both got the push-pulls. And, okay, so it's just the finish. Aged vintage cherry, aged vintage black. I really dig this blue, this purpley blue color right here. Electric blue. That's a sick color right there. It's got a nice white binding on it, too, on this MH330. Really cool. Now we got the acoustics. So, X-tones. I think these are X-tones, right? They look nice. Look at that quilted maple. We got the natural gloss. That's what they call all of them, I guess, natural gloss. But all kinds of different. Oh, okay. So we got quilted ash. That's what that is. Zebra wood, spalted maple. How do you say that word? Ovuncle. Isn't that Trump's wife's name? We got Paddock. Weird wood types. Very cool. Some more traditional Dreadnought series acoustics. Oh yeah, these are the X-tones. These are the exotic wood series. Basses, who cares about them? Just kidding, bass players. We've got the 330 series in the basses too here. So this one up here is, we got the satin black down there on the bottom. Or stained black, actually. And then stained brown in the middle. That's rich looking. I like that. These are sweet basses. 24 frets, 34-inch scale, 5-piece mahogany rosewood neck. 5-piece neck. That's what I'm talking about right there. And then we got the stained red up top. I like that stained series. That's really nice. B335s. So what's the deal with these 330 series? Their quality, reliability, versatility. You should demand all of the above in your next bass, which is why you should check out the new LTD 330 Active Series basses from ESP. Available in both 4 and 5 string versions, these basses have open pore finishes that highlight the texture and grain of the ash bodies. These basses also include all new ESP high-performance active pickups and active EQs to dial in a tone that's uniquely yours. That sounds good to me. Damn, these are sick over here. Look at that one right there. What is that? That is a sweet wood finish right there. So get extraordinary with exotic wood basses. There's more than one way to stand out in a crowd. ESP LTD's new basses now include a range of new models that use exotic wood tops for the ultimate in distinctive looks, along with our world-renowned attention to detail in giving you the ultimate in playability. Choose from Bubinga, or is it Bubinga, zebra wood, burled maple, or spalted maple, and then let the pickups and active EQ give you the expressive sonic power beyond your dreams. 4 and 5 string versions. Look at that one. That one's fretless. That's pretty cool. And they're like, that's like their little intro. And they're like, now the real catalog begins. It says, from our humble beginnings in 1975 as a small custom shop, ESP has always maintained the same priorities. Above and beyond anything else, we're obsessed with the quality and workmanship that go into the creation of our guitars and basses. Our dedication paid off over the years, with many of the world's most respected musicians turning to ESP for the instruments that help define their sound. Today, ESP is a world-renowned instrument manufacturer that with choices that satisfy every range of player, but we've never lost sight of our original goal, that relentless pursuit to make the finest guitars and basses available to everyone is what defined us in 1975 and remains our driving force today. Very cool. Whoa! What is this? That is sick. It's like a mosaic finish with a skull in the middle. It's kind of got a split cross going. Some type of flying V they used as the base. Yeah, it's called the Amakusa. These names, I'm sorry guys, I am not good at interpreting weird words like wood types and crazy model names like that. The ESP Custom Shop. Yeah, they got a hot chick in gold on an EX model with covered pickups, gold hardware. The fretboard even has artwork on it. Look at that. That is killer. Gold EX. That probably was with one of the NAMM ones, I'm guessing. Right off the bat, we got, who's this, James Hetfield? Just kidding. My boy, Papa Het. James Hetfield, Metallica. His birthday was this last week. For 2011, James has delivered an entirely new body style for ESP and LTD with the Snakebyte. Also, this is the first year the Snakebyte was out. Very cool. A nod to the past and a bold view into the future of hard rock. I've got my hypothesis of why they created the Snakebyte because I don't think James was necessarily looking for a new guitar model. Maybe he was. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I'm sure you guys will let me know. Please do in the comments if I'm incorrect about this. But what I see here is ESP going, hey, we can't sell Explorers anymore. Gibson put that lawsuit on us back in the late 90s. And we need something that we can make some money off here. I mean, people like the Iron Cross ones and they like the other James Hetfield models, but we need something that we can make some real money on and start selling and, like, you know, get a new income flow coming in. And they modified the Explorer. I think these things are so sick. I always wanted one. I always wanted a white one. Never got one. Maybe one day I will. There's actually someone who manufactures just the bodies and sells them on eBay. And I've always wanted to pick one of those up and get one. Just to have like a, you know, budget-friendlier version because these things, they're expensive. They're over $1,000 for the LTD. I didn't know, 24 and 3/4 inch scale, so they're little guys. Mahogany body, mahogany neck, ebony fretboard, 22mm bone nut. Thin U neck contour, didn't know they had a thin U neck either. 22 frets, of course. XJ frets, extra jumbo, black hardware, Spurzl locking tuners, Schaller strap locks, Tone Pros locking tunematic, bridge and tailpiece, EMG 81 and 60 active pickups. So this must be before the Het set came out. We got the three-way switch, master, oh no, neck volume and bridge volume are separate, and we got the neck volume closer to the player's hand. So they're actually laid out in the same way that they lay out on the guitar. The neck and neck, the bridge and the bridge here. Very cool. We got the Trucksters. Never was a giant fan of the Trucksters, but they are cool. And then the LTD Snakebytes here. Looks like they got the same inlays as the ESPs. Basically look the exact same. Got the Tone Pros, the Spurzls, the 8160 pickups, Thin U. So it looks like the LTDs are actually pretty comparable to the ESPs. Sometimes they do weird things like the fretboard will be like rosewood on the LTDs and they'll be ebony on the ESPs, but it looks like they're treating everybody the same here, so that's nice. Over here we got the limited edition ESP KH2 SE and LTD KH-SE deliver all the high-performance fury of Kirk's finest signature series models in a new metallic green burst finish. I've seen a couple people who have those on Instagram, and those are pretty cool guitars. I mean, it's the same thing as a standard KH2, but it's got different pickups. I noticed it doesn't have the Bone Breakers pickups in them. It's got the 8160 set in both of them. Actually, the LTD has something else. It's got the LH301 pickups. Why would they do that? Who wants those pickups? I'm sure this is a $1,000 guitar, but I see it also says the SE model includes a Kirk Hammett Signature Series guitar strap. The full line of Kirk Hammett Signature straps available exclusively at kirkhammett.com. I didn't know Kirk had his own line of guitar straps. Limited production, so another thing I noticed is they have really cool green inlays on them. Skull and crossbone, of course, but the 24th fret has like a block inlay that tells you the model for the LTD. Up on that ESP, you got the dual skull and crossbones, so a little bit different for the ESP. You could like spot it right off the bat if you're looking. Otherwise, they seem to be pretty similar specs. Alder body for the ESP. We got basswood body for the LTD. Rosewood fretboards on both. Maple necks on both. Everything else seems to be pretty similar. Floyd Rose Original up on the ESP version. The LTD has black nickel hardware, but the ESP has true black hardware. And what is the bridge on this one? Floyd Rose Special. So if you get that LTD model, you got to ditch that. That ain't cool. Look at all these Kirk Hammett LTD. Oh, those are ESPs and LTDs. So we got the KH2 neck through body and the KH2 bolt-on, which to me it's weird that they make both. Like, make the ESP neck through, make the LTDs bolt-on if you want, but why do you have a bolt-on ESP KH2? What is the price on these things? $3,500 probably for the neck through body, $2,200 maybe for the KH2. This also might be the era before E2 started. So E2, I don't think they make a Kirk Hammett E2, but that kind of seems like this is more of a E2. Even E2 is their neck through, so I don't know. Then we got the KH602. So alder body, maple neck, rosewood fretboard, neck through body. ESP tuners, Floyd Rose 1000 series. Of course, the ESPs all come with the original Floyd Rose. So some people prefer bolt-on necks. I don't get it. When you play a lot of lead, the comfort of a neck through constructed guitar to me it's far superior to a bolt-on. I hate when I'm riding, a scale up and going up, and then all of a sudden I hit that big, dumb, squared-off block where the body and the neck are bolted together. When you just seamlessly fly up there and it's this smooth transition to the body, I mean, it's so comfortable, so nice. That's what made me switch away from bolt-on Jacksons to LTD neck throughs, because I got an LTD MH1000 at one point, and it just blew me away. I don't see the KH502. There was also a 502 model that they were making, and here I just see the 602 neck through and the 202. The 202's got the Floyd Rose Special. The 602's got the 1000 series. The 202 also comes with LH301 pickups. extra thin U neck contour, and then the 202's got the extra thin flat neck contour, so maybe a slightly different neck profile on those two. And then we got this really cool little 20.5 inch short scale KH Junior. Really cool guitar. It's got the skull and crossbones, but it's for your kids or whatever, or someone who wants a really small guitar. Basswood body, maple neck, rosewood fretboard, extra thin flat neck contour, 22 frets, which I get it when you're working with a guitar that small. Look how close the pickups are. If you had 24 frets, those pickups would pretty much be touching. It's got the Tune-O-Matic bridge, a little different. And then we got the KH2 Vintage. So that one, really cool. Caution hot. Kirk's guitar stickers. Looks just like Kirk Hammett's real guitar. Neck through body construction. Alder, maple, rosewood. 8160 and an original Floyd Rose. Goto tuners, my favorite. Oh, I didn't notice that these had Goto tuners. So Kirk's a Goto guy like me. Alexi Laiho. So this is when our I was gonna say Finnish. Is he Finnish? When our Finnish guitar god was still with us. I'm gonna really hear it if he's not Finnish. It's slipping. I'm pretty sure he's from Finland. So we got Blackie here, which is a stealth striped up. Very sick. I dig that. Metallic black satin. Oh, it's metallic too. It's got the MM04 on-off boost switch, EMG HZ FH2 pickup. Interesting setup there. Alder body, maple neck, ebony fretboard. Sick inlays on it. I like those inlays. Goto tuners, black nickel hardware. That's a classy axe right there. Single humbucker. Really cool. And then we got the Alexi Scythe, which is white with black pinstriping on it. I'm not really a fan of that style pinstriping. I like it more like the Jackson ones have on the bevels. But I get it. You want to switch it up. You've been doing the same guitars for a long time. Look at those inlays. Those are cool. Really cool. Got the Floyd Rose original, the FH2 pickup, the MM04 on-off boost switch. Oh, it says COBHC on the back of the guitar. So both of them have that. That's cool. Children of Bodom Hardcore, I'm going to guess the HC is. And then we got the LTD setup. So really cool guitars here. Once in a while, I do see these Alexi 200s for sale. Pretty sure they're made in China. So that's the thing that's kind of kept me from jumping on one and building one up as a project. I really don't love Chinese-built ones. I like, Indonesian ones are okay, but I really like Korean guitars. So LTD Korean ones, if that was a Korean guitar, I would have already bought one. I'm guessing the 600s might be Korean-built. Neck through for the 600s, bolt-on for the 200. You got to step up to the 600. That's what that tells me. But the 200 does have these cool inlays. It looks like it's just straight black. And I know they made them in white in another year, but very cool. Alder body, basswood for the 200. Rosewood fretboard down there. Ebony fretboard for the 600. So you get a lot more bang for your buck for the 600s. Neck through, ebony fretboard, alder body. All of them have that thin U neck contour. George Lynch up in the house right here. Sick guitars. He's always been one of the coolest artwork guitar guys out there. I remember seeing his collections in like the 99, 98, 2000-ish ESP catalogs, and I would see all these guitars that this guy has and all these different variations of the Kamikaze, and he's got this snake and skull. He's got these tiger ones. I mean, great collection of artwork on his guitars. This guy's got some excellent taste, and he played the Bones guitars for a long time, so this guy's just, he knows what's up. My buddy Spongebrick Ryan over at ESP has done up some dope purple burst, sunburst tiger things that are so cool. So these are 22 frets. I didn't know these were 22 fret guitars. I always thought he was a 24 fret kind of guy. He does play. I've had people ask me questions about his guitar series. If you notice, these ones here have more of the Strat. Actually, it's this one has more of the Strat body shape. Same thing with this one here. These ones have more the ESP M, like the Kirk Hammett style, or like a Jackson Soloist body shape. They've got the longer points on them. It's a little pointier than this. These have like a more rounded radius on the edge. All of them are 25.5 inch scale. Goto tuners, Floyd Rose originals on the ESPs. LTDs come with Floyd Rose specials. We got to do something about the Floyd Rose special. Those things are just trash. Once in a while you come across a good one that they did a good job on, but from a lot of people I hear these the saddles strip out and parts strip out on them, and they just don't hold tuning. Jeff Hanneman, I'm guessing this is back before he left the earth. He's got his ESP signatures. These are the ESP ones, right? Yeah. So we got like, is that urban camo? Is that what that's called? It is. Black nickel hardware on these. What bridge is that? Kaler 2315. Cool. These are cool. The LTDs are all sick. They come with the Kalers too. They come with ESP pickups and EMGs on the 600. So the 200s again, a little cheaper. They better have been affordable if they're going to be putting like this cheaper parts on them. The Kaler X-Trem bridge comes on the JH200. Look at that artwork. That is so dope. I'm guessing that's got to be a wrap. I don't think that they're mass producing like hand airbrushed guitars. It says it's been 25 years since the release of Slayer's Rain and Blood, a masterpiece in heavy metal. To commemorate that milestone, along with ESP players Jeff Hanneman and Tom Araya. See, I do not know how to pronounce people's names, locations, anything like that. So, wood types. We proudly introduced the limited edition LTD Slayer 2011, featuring custom graphics and inlays based on Rain and Blood, original album artwork. So, yeah, that is sick. Here's Tom's signature basses. Very cool. I actually was someone brought these up to me, and I showed one of them on a recent Sunday morning shred. Look at the pentagram inlays. It's similar to the F-series, but a little more extreme. Got this cutout down here. That bridge is cool. Whatever that is right there, that's an ESP bridge. What does the ESP version have on it? A Goto bridge. So, good quality stuff. Goto tuners. This one's got the Grover tuners. Do you guys have a preference between Goto and Grover? I like both. I always tend to go with Goto because it's cool. It's made in Japan. I don't know where Grovers are made, but I like both. Stephen Carpenter coming out with his 8-string and his 7-string B8. So is that it's neck through body construction, 27-inch baritone scale, alder body maple neck, ebony fretboard, and then we got the reverse headstock, the standard headstock on the 7-string. And then he's got his array of LTD signature models, 608, the 607, the 208, and the 207. So, again, the 200 series has the cheaper parts on it and slightly lower quality wood. But, basswood's nothing to laugh at. That's good wood. I like basswood. Over here we got the Gus G. We got the neck through. Man, they dropped the ball. Where's the Floyd Rose on the Star? Back in the 90s, they introduced the Random Star LTD series. And that's a guitar people ask me about all the time. They always want custom stars made, and we got to either import them from Japan or get like a custom model one made. You can buy bodies on eBay, custom star bodies. So if they would have just put Floyd Roses and maybe even reverse headstocks on these, I would have a lot of people a lot happier with those. Because I get asked about those all the time. Let's adjust this lighting, get it a little brighter for you guys. Hopefully that wasn't too dark for you. Some of these pages are real light and it's hard to see exactly what was going on. The Michael Paget Flying V, people love these ones too. I actually almost got one of these in on a trade-in and then the deal fell through, but really cool inlays. It's got the gun there. This is Bullet for My Valentine's guitar player. I'm not really too familiar with their music. They're kind of don't want to say screamo, metalcore. That's what we'll go with. That's what they're calling it these days. Back in like 2003, I was in a screamo band, and now people are starting to say that music kind of sounds like metalcore, but at the time we were called screamo, and a lot of people disrespected us and called us emo, and we're like, hey, we're playing Jackson Road, Marshall full stacks, we're shredding, why are we emo? But more screamo, maybe light metalcore, maybe that would be the name of it. Michael Paget V, that's the ESP model right there. Look at that bridge. What is that? Is that just artwork? Okay. I thought that was all part of the bridge. I was like, what am I looking at right here? Individual volumes. Another thing I don't understand on guitars. Why do you want individual volumes? Maybe you want to roll your neck volume down, use your toggle switch and flip up to the neck and use that for your clean channel sometimes, but I'm not into that. I like master volume, no tone, maybe master tone, but I don't really mess with the tone knobs too much. So we got the 8185 combo, EMG pickups. Yeah, that is a graphic. We got the bound neck. Very nice. They do make the... So this is kind of interesting. They make the Michael Paget 200, has the artwork. Michael Paget 600, the higher end neck through model, doesn't have that custom artwork on it. So you can get the 200 model, and that's got the artwork, but it's got the cheaper pickups and hardware and all that stuff. And oh, here's an example of it. You could tell rosewood fingerboard, ebony fingerboard. So those two models, different woods on the necks or on the fretboards. If that had a Floyd Rose on it, I think that would be another one that people would go crazy over. But if that's not what our boy Mike is using, then why would they put that on there? Now over here we got some Lamb of God guitars and Queensryche, some people say. Will Alder with his, that's sick, that camo. Ooh, I like the flag there too. That is cool. At the 12th fret, really expanding across like the 9th to the 13th fret or so. Oh, but the star is on the 12th fret. That's cool. And then he's got stars down the rest of the neck. Even the 600, the Will Alder 600 model, has that same inlay. That's cool. The 200 does not. But hey, still has that cool paint job. And we got the Demon, the Michael Wilton signature model. It's basically like a Super Strat, LTD, maple neck with diamond inlays. Very cool. Diamond shape, not actual diamond. Sick artwork. That is dope. It's a Demon. I like that. Got the Floyd 1000 series, which, hey, that's good enough for me. What pickups? JB and Duncan designed SC101. Wow, they found a way to save some money there. Why didn't you just put the cool rail or the hot rail? The Duncan design pickup, huh? A little weird, whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Now we got the MS1 Flying V that definitely caught my eye. Very Alexi-like. That's the Devil Driver Mike Spreitzer signature. Oh, and then Jeff Kendrick plays this cool string-through body Eclipse with the classic block LTD logo, which kind of, to me, it looks weird on the Eclipse headstock. I'm not a fan of the script LTD logo like on the sharp pointy headstocks. Also not a fan of the block. You should switch those two logos maybe. Or go with the other LTD. There's a different, slightly different LTD logo that I like a little better on the Eclipses, but that's a beautiful color there. See-through, dark see-through blue. Got the Tone Pro setup, got the EMG 81 in the neck and the bridge position. This guy's rocking the 81 in the neck and bridge as well, so very cool. The Ron Wood Tellys. I don't really know anybody who owns one of these things. They're a little different. You know, the Telly, if you're going to get a Telly, why not get a real Telly? But again, hey, that's not my business. That's Ron's business. And the Max Cavalera, of course. Oh, they don't even say. So we got Soulfly and Cavalera Conspiracy. Very cool. It's kind of interesting that they don't even say Sepultura on here. But hey, I guess it's been a long time since he's been active with them. I mean, are they still active? I honestly don't know. The Rob Arnold from Chimera and Matt DeVries, Chimera. I don't know how to read, guys. I don't know what these... I've read their names. I've read their band's title before or name. I think a Chimera is like some type of demonic monster, which amazing name for a band, but a little tricky to try to pronounce, I guess. That is a sick guitar, the RA600 single humbucker. It's an EMG 81. It's got the Floyd Rose 1000, Grover tuners, chrome hardware, 24 frets, thin U neck contour, 43 millimeter locking nut. Aren't the other ones all 42 millimeter? Yeah. So he's got the slightly wider, which I totally dig because I got bear paws. And that's one of the things I actually like about Jackson guitars is they have the R3 nut width, which is 1 11/16, but very nice here. So we got the MFA 600 here. That's the MFA. So what is that? So Rob Arnold, RA, MFA. I don't know. It doesn't really match up with Matt's signature model, so that's cool. Not a huge fan of the Vipers, especially if it's going to be in matte black or whatever that is, satin black, but still cool guitar nonetheless. Thing's got a reverse headstock. I love this thing. This thing is rad. Like I was saying, I was back in my Screamo whatever days. these were all the rage. Like if you were to get a Strat type guitar, throw a single humbucker, like a Tom DeLonge signature guitar, like with the pearl pickguard and a single EMG 81, especially if it was like a white pearl pickguard or pearloid pickguard, or just a white pickguard with a white EMG in there. That was like what everybody wanted. All the bands like Finch and Newfound Glory and a bunch of those like Drive-Thru Records bands were rocking guitars with that style, but this is like the metal version of it with the sharp pointy edges and the 24 frets and reverse headstock and the Floyd Rose. Like, this is sick. I like that. Although I'm a huge neck pickup guy, but still cool. Look at this. So this is, I see these guys all the time. Dimmu Borgir and Behemoth. We got these death creatures over here. These guys are from the pits of hell. They're rocking some sick guitars too. We got the Hex 7-string Flying V with a master tone and a 3-way toggle to switch between two EMG 81.7 and a 707. Cool inlay on the Occultist. So, I'm not going to try to say these names, whatever. Rad guitars. Look at this thing, it's got a pentagram. Pretty cool. Might scare your kids, might scare your significant other, but hey, we're metal. We like demons and devil stuff. The Shadow. Yeah, these are cool guitars. I like them. 22 frets on this one. What do we got? 24 and 24 frets. What are we doing with 22 frets? We got to get... If you don't have a neck pickup, there's like no excuse. We should have like 32 frets. Dang, that is sick. Look at this guy. He looks crazy. He's got a Freddy Krueger claw. It's so funny, too, when you see these death metal guys. Half the time, they're like the nicest guys ever. Here they are posing, looking all evil and stuff. And then, like, this is a photo shoot. So you got the white background there. I bet you the photographer is holding the stand like this, put your claw up like this, and he's like, at the end of the photo shoot, he goes, "Do we get everything we need?" He's like all nice. He's like, "Where's the craft services table? I need a Gatorade." Here we got the Eclipses. This is rad. So the Eclipse 2, Floyd Rose, we got some dudes. Adam Wakeman, who plays for Ozzy, and we got Gabriel Garcia for Black Tide. The Eclipse 2 with the Floyd Rose. Dang, we got to start flying through this a little quicker. I love that. Only 22 frets, though. How do you get a Floyd and only 22 frets? We got to get the 24 frets. All these Eclipses here are all 22 frets. Yeah, cool. Very cool. Look at this one. This crisp white looks great. This vintage looks great. Not necessarily my taste, but very awesome. Yeah, ESP, man. They make beautiful stuff. Dan Jacobs from Atreyu. We got the Children of Bodom's other guitar players, Roop Latvala. I'm not too familiar with him. He's got a random star, though. It looks like that's what he's rocking there. And then we got Wayne Static from Static X. Is this before he passed away? The Diamond Plate EX. Those are cool. People have asked me if I can make reproduction diamond plate tops because they don't like this weird style diamond plate. They want like the real style diamond plate. This is not what real diamond plate looks like. If you look at like a truck or a boat or whatever. But the cost of diamond plate and the cost to make something like that, to cut it out all by hand, it is expensive. So it's a couple $100 at least. The FX, which has this weird headstock on it. I'm not a big fan of that headstock on this guitar. Look at this weird, it's like a vintage looking with the big Bigsby vibrato on it. ESP branded EXs. I don't know a lot of people who prefer that guitar. Wayne Static down here rocking a Flying V with diamond plate on it. That's cool. I used to be a big Static X fan. The M1, can't go wrong with the M1. So a little thing that not a lot of people know. M1 means one pickup. M2 means two pickups, usually dual humbucker. M3 means three pickups, usually HSH. So we got the Horizon. We got the Horizon Floyd Rose 2, 24 frets, of course. All these coming in quilted maple. Here we got a 7-string neck through. That's cool. The M2 neck through body, basically same thing as a Kirk Hammett guitar. Dual EMG 81s. Alder body, maple neck. Andrew WK. That guy's cool, man. I'm not a huge fan of his music, but he just seems like, look at this guy. He's always having a good time. That's my kind of dude right there. The M2 Rosewood. What is this one? That's the neck through body. Okay, so this is the bolt-on one. Again, why are you going to go with the ESP if you're going to go with the bolt-on? Maple neck looks beautiful. Always love that. But for me personally, I don't want the black finish with the maple neck. You got to go all dark like that one. Get like an ebony or rosewood fretboard. I like this with like, you know, purple, blues. Any cool like vibrant color looks great with the maple neck. And then we got the Envies. You never see these, man. These things are just, people have hoarded them. They bought them up and they are just hidden away. It's a pointy style flying V. Crazy iron crosses all throughout the fretboard. 24 frets. Got those Kaler bridges on them. Very nice guitars. I've never played one, but they look awesome. Then we got the SV2 and the V2. Austin Diaz, that's Nick Diaz's brother, the third Diaz. He decided it. No, it's not. But, yeah, Black Tide. And then we got Richie Sambora. Didn't know he played ESPs. Travis Miguel, the other dude from Atreyu. We got Pepper Keenan. It says from Down, but pretty sure he's from Corrosion of Conformity also, which is a killer band. Nick Piunu, Winds of Plague. Enough mispronouncing of names. Let's look at the guitars again. So this is awesome. I like this, the SV2. I would rock the hell out of that thing in the Urban Camo with the Floyd Rose EMG 81s. That's rad. The V2, actually, this looks just like the V500 LTD that I just was showing you guys a couple weeks ago in an unboxing, and I'll be rebuilding it here on the channel. The ESP Viper, the Viper 7-string, that is rad. Is that 25.5-inch scale on a 7-string? That's cool, I guess. A lot of people like the longer scale length, but it's cool. And then we got these vintage style ones. Not my personal taste. Figure if I'm going to get a Strat, I'd rather have like one of the PRS Strats or a Fender. But what's the... It doesn't tell you fretboard radius on here. If it's got the flat neck, then maybe I would have to go with the ESP. Although I'm not a huge fan of that headstock shape for ESPs. You got to go with the pointy. These things, the Phoenixes, it's like a Firebird. Not my thing. Interesting, though. Stupid basses. I'm just kidding, guys. The Phoenix 2 basses. That one's really, you know, very, very Firebirdy. We got the Surveyor 5-string. The Surveyor Maple. Look at this thing. That thing is a statement right there. It's very wood. Very woody. See, these are very Fender and Gibson style. This one, these two, not so much here. But we got the Cradle of Filth, Children of Bodom, and Devil Driver bass players. The former Dragon Force bassist. Now they have a female bass player. The dude from War. We got the guy from Wasp. Pretty cool. I like a little more extremeness, though. These are cool. So we got the AX 360 here. I'm actually working on an AX. Actually, it's an AX50, the one I'm working on. So, cool guitar. I like that thing. The EC 1000. Gotta love the 1000 series. 24 fret Eclipse. Mamma mia. That's what I'm talking about. EC 1000 SSB. So, it's a silver sunburst. And, yeah, this is my style. Eclipse. If I'm going to rock an Eclipse, here we go. This is my Eclipse right here. If I'm going to get an Eclipse, that's what I'm getting. What color? Just see-through black. That's the only color they're offering. I would want that in like a quilted maple. This is like a flame maple. It's cool. I would want that finish with gold hardware. Get the Floyd Rose on it. Get the EMGs, gold EMGs in there. All gold, you know, gold ESP tuners. ESP makes some nice tuners, actually. Their locking tuners are very nice. But gotta love the 1000 series. They got the binding around the whole neck, the headstock, the body. Double bound, actually. They also have a white binding on the outside of the abalone, so it's just extra classy or gaudy, depending how you look at it, but I love them. The white looks so crisp. Love it. Here we got a 1000. It's a 22 fret. It just looks so good. That black with gold hardware, that looks so good. It's classic. It's like the Gibson Customs, Les Paul Customs. So more Eclipses, all kinds of different. That one, does that have a contoured edge? It looks like it. These are 200 and 100 models. A little cheaper, but it looks like that is kind of cool that they have. 200's got a bound neck. That's nice. I kind of like that contoured body edge. I have a Les Paul Custom. I'm not a huge fan of the sharpness of the corners. Like when you are playing it for a long time, it kind of digs into your arm. It's a little uncomfortable, and it weighs 84 pounds. So to have something that's not mahogany would be nice. The EC50, the EC10, got the cheap one there. Although, if the right person got it in their hands, they can mod it up and make that a pretty decent guitar. The EX50, which I've had one of those before. Pretty sure EX50. I'm trying to remember now. The gold splattered one I did, I think that was an EX100. Way back in the day in my Screamo days, I think I had a black EX50, and I did blood splatter on that one too. That was cool. EX360. So that's set neck, 24 3/4 inch scale, mahogany body, maple neck, rosewood fretboard. So what's the difference between the 401 and the 360? So they're both set neck, they're both the same scale. We got the mahogany, the 401's got the flame maple top, but that's the FM. The maple neck on both mahogany body, both rosewood, thin U, 22 fret, black nickel hardware, Tune-o-matic, 8160. So they're almost the same. Oh, obviously, the inlays. You get some sweet inlays on the 401. I like these types of inlays. That's cool. Death Angel, Rammstein, and Hypocrisy. We got Peter, we got Ted, we got Richard. Everybody came to play today. Black Dahlia Murder, Eric Church Band. Rocking the metal up your ass shirt? Or what is that? Is that a... That might be like a fake one. One of the ones like a parody shirt. We got my boy, Buzz McGrath from Unearth. Unearth's awesome. I love them. We got John from We Are the Fallen. So there we got the F350. I didn't know that they still were making the F350s. That's a cool guitar. Might have found a buyer for the F200 Crackle finally. Thing's been up on the website for almost 2 months. Today I've been talking back and forth with someone who asked for my payment info and could have a payment coming through any minute now. If it happens on the show, I'll let you guys know. The F100, it's a string through. F50, also string through. Little less bells and whistles maybe than the 100. The 100's got the flame maple top. That's cool that ESP and LTD are starting to put flame maple, not starting, for a long time, obviously. This is a 2011 catalog. They've been putting flame maple tops on their 100 series. We got the spalted maple. I remember when these came out, but that headstock kind of ruins that. This is such an extreme body, and then you got this kind of like more classy conservative headstock. That headstock looks great though, with the little hump in the middle right there for the H1007. That looks good. I like that. Here we got some 1007s and 1001s. That one's got a Floyd, a 7-string Floyd. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. The H351 Floyd Rose. You know, there was a little while where LTD was actually making an MH327 and 427, which had 27 frets like my Edwards guitars have, and Floyd Roses, and they were awesome. They had the pointy headstock. Got Alex from Whitechapel and Luke from Parkway Drive. Yeah, this is pretty appealing here. It's got that little hump in the middle of the headstock. I like that hump right there. 351 set neck, or set through, which is kind of like a hybrid of neck through and set neck. Yeah, these are sweet. That one's nice. I like that. That black cherry with the Floyd Rose and the ultra binding, and even that headstock. That looks good on that guitar. Love that color. Electric blue. So here we got Lacuna Coil. Mouse is his name? Moss. The other dude from Dillinger, Escape Plan. We got Zach from Whitechapel. We got Kragen. That's where I buy my auto parts. That's a joke for the old school metalheads. I don't think Kragen's around anymore. There's my boy right there, the MH1000 Floyd Rose. They make the MH1000 neck throughs too. They call them NTs, but really they should be called string throughs because they're both neck throughs. But they make some great colors for the NT models, like purple and blue like this, that I've not seen MH1000 Floyd Rose models come with, and it makes me a little envious because I'm a Floyd Rose guy. Love MH1000s. I have 3 of them, but they're, you know, purple. They don't make a purple one. I wish they really did. The M53, M50, M10, MH417. We got the M100 Flame Maple, which kind of a letdown. I owned this exact guitar in that red Flame Maple, and I bought it because I owned a Korean one. I still have my original Korean one from 1998, and this one was a completely different guitar. It was made in Indonesia or China. I think Indonesia. It just wasn't nearly the quality of the Korean one, so I ended up selling that one pretty quick. M300 Flame Maple, that looks nice. I bet you that's Korean. And the M1000. The M1000 is a guitar I've always wanted to own because I love the 1000 series LTDs, but it doesn't have the body binding, so to me the MH1000 appeals a little more, and I actually really do like the archtop design of the MH series. But I would, if I got the right deal, I would probably pick up an M1000. Maybe refinish it and put a faux binding on it. Yeah, this is a long catalog here. Oh, there we go, the MH327. I was just talking about them. I didn't think they were in this one. I haven't looked through this one at all yet, so that's a surprise to me. 27 extra jumbo frets. How often do you see that? Once in a while, but not often. That's a cool guitar right there. You find them used once in a while, too. The MH350, actually, I've got one of those here in the shop that I bought cheap as like a project, and it's going to be refinished. It's actually flame maple top, and it came in like a matte finish, and I'm thinking about maybe just shooting some clear over it and really bringing out that flame maple, or, you know, maybe throwing some splatter. Actually, that's kind of the idea I've had, is throw some, like, it's like kind of like that color, but flame maple, and throwing like a crimson red splatter over that. That would look so good, and then clear coat over it all, make it ultra glossy. Might actually do that, so don't tell anybody. You guys are my my confidants, so I can tell you all my secrets. MH103 quilted maple, that always appealed to me, even though it's a lower end guitar. I always saw those and thought the maple neck and the contoured body and the quilt maple top and the Floyd Rose, like, pointy headstock, it's got a lot to offer there, especially for a newer guitar player who doesn't have a huge budget. MH53, I mean, look at that. That is cool. Floyd Rose Special, maple neck, pointy headstock. That right there, that is really cool for like somebody on a budget. The MH50, those look like pretty decent guitars. We got the Alex Cooper dude. We got the Suicide Silence. We got the other Andrew WK and the Whitechapel guitar players. The Phoenix 1000 series LTDs, very interesting guitars. Here we go, here's some sweet V's. Andrew WK, how many guitar players do these guys have? Do they really have 3? There's another guitar player. Seriously, do they have 4 guitar players? What is going on? Hey, Sammy Duet, that guy's cool. He's from Goat Whore. His signature LTD that came out just like last year is so dope, and he follows me on Instagram. We chat back and forth. He tags me in things. It's like, damn, Sammy Duet follows me. Like, that is cool. That guy, his signature is so dope. I want to get my hands on one, but I think they only made like a very limited quantity. Up here we got the Viper 1000. Why would they put a pickguard on that? Get that pickguard off there. Also black. Come on, I've seen Sponge Brick throw some insane paint jobs on the LTD or the ESP Vipers that are so dope. We got the V50, the V300, and the V401. My boy Matt Prosser has a 401, I'm pretty sure. And then maybe even the same color. Really nice looking guitar. If that had a Floyd, I'd be all over it. Set neck, or set through. Nice inlays, bound neck. Got the standard headstock on all 3 of them. Not a huge fan of the pickguard on there. Very cool though. Nice guitars. Viper 300. Flame Maple. That looks pretty nice. Have we seen any Vipers with Floyd Roses in here? That's something that needs to happen. Viper 10. Great for a beginner. Viper 50. Got that silver burst. That's cool. There was a Sunburst Viper 400 that they made back in the day that was really nice. I remember when they came out and I wanted one. We got more ECs, EC256s, the ST203. We got 3 more guitar players from Andrew WK. No, I'm just kidding. We got Bruce Kulick, of course. Kulick. Every Time I Die, Despised Icon. That's a cool name for a band. We got Aaron Bubble Patrick. He looks like a cool dude. We got Just Kate. That's her name. I'm Just Kate. Kirk Winstein. Crowbar and Down. He looks like he'd be in Crowbar or Down. You could tell by his tattoos. He kind of looks like Kerry King a little bit, but bearded. Big old beard on him. Kerry King probably has a beard. I don't remember. So, oh, that's nice. So this is a Strat style, but it's got the Floyd Rose on it. Interesting. Some vintage looking Telecaster style ones, some vintage looking basses. Got some acoustics. I mean, these are dope. I actually own an LTD acoustic that I think is like an 04 model, 03. It's a Korean made one, and it looks very similar to these, but it's not. I think these are like X-Tone or X-Stream or something they say on the headstock. I love the colored acoustics with the flame maple tops and the quilt maple. I think that is so dope. The white one looks pretty cool too. If I was in like a country band, you come out with like black and white outfit, that would look pretty cool on there. Running out of battery here, I see on the camera. Let's see if I make it through to the end of the... Ooh, that is dope. So that... I actually heard... So last week on Sunday Morning Shred, I was talking about the TL LTD acoustics, and I said, if you guys have any experience with them, let me know in the comments. Nobody had commented on that, but I went and watched a bunch of YouTube reviews of them. There was a TL12, 12-string version, that was up for sale on eBay for $400, plus shipping, $460 or so, $500 out the door shipped. And I thought about maybe picking one up, but they sound like ass when they're unplugged. Plugged in, they sound so good. But I like a nice classical style, you know, acoustic or a rich 12-string steel string, and they lack. They did not sound good unplugged. So unfortunately, I'm not interested in that guitar anymore. As cool as it is, when I start hoarding guitars again one day, maybe I'll pick one up, but... Okay, so these really are not my style at all. I don't even... Hollow body guitars are just not my thing. That looks nice. That one, there's something that draws me in. I like it. That looks nice. But just not really my thing. They are nice looking, though. Hey, Jakey Lee right there. Jason Charles Miller. We got Reggie Boyd. Chris Dahmen. And Slim from Bury Your Dead. We got the Axe bass. That thing looks pretty sick. I like those. Fear Factory, God Forbid, and Cattle Decapitation. Gotta love death metal bands' names. Corpse Grinder. Is that a song or is that a band? That just popped into my head. Dying Fetus. Harsh names. Oh, they make 1000 series basses, 1004, 1005. They probably are deluxe, literally. They say it on the headstock. 6-string bass. That's cool, man. I've always wanted a 6-string bass. I don't really play bass very often, but that would be just fun to play around with. I like a nice 4-string myself. That's what I own. My buddy Ryan, the shop assistant, he has a 5-string that's really nice. It's a B305. Flame maple with the burst on it. Love that thing. Yeah, some nice basses here. So mine's a B104. Which, do they still make the 104? Yeah, there it is. They still make the 104. That's cool. Or still made it in 2011, I should say. Tom Barney. We got Chuck Garrick from Alice Cooper. Rich Mullins from Karma to Burn. Jesse De Los Santos from Havoc. Evan Brewer from The Faceless. Yeah, these are the traditional style metal basses. If I played bass, this is probably... I gotta have a couple of these in the collection. Gotta have one of those. That is sick. Explorer basses are awesome. I'm not a huge fan of that. Kind of looks a little too Beatlesy. I'm not a giant Beatles guy. F-series bass, that thing's rad. Basses always have like all these adjustments on them, like so many preamps, mid boost cut, treble boost cut, bass boost cut. And mine even has a bunch of like, you know, the knob stops in the middle. You feel it click, and you can move one way to give it a boost, or move the other way to give it a cut. I don't know what those knobs do. There's too many knobs there. I think I've seen her online. I recognize her. No, I don't think that is her. There's another girl who plays, a couple people who play like ESPs and EMG guitars, and they're pretty cool. It's like two sisters that look just like each other that are like dark looking like her. Orion from Behemoth. Doris, yeah, from Chthonic. See these names? Immortal, Apollyon, Toyisha from Deeren Gray. I'm just ruining all these people's names. Lori Pora, that one's easy. Stradivarius. These are nice. I like the look of those basses. F-series basses, can't go wrong with those. I was wondering if we were going to make it through on one battery. The battery just died. Luckily, we got a backup. That is nice right there. I like this bass. It's got that F body shape. It's got a 5-string setup. Beautiful looking Is that it's an ESP branded bridge. That thing looks beautiful. I like those F-series basses, man. The Surveyor series. Ooh, this just screams class to me. I don't know what it is about this one. That one looks nice. We got Mike Davis from Halford. We got Jeff Pollock from Lazarus AD. I almost said Lazarus. And then we got Rowan Reed from Jimmy Cliff Band and Eric Darius Band. Elio Giordano. Las Pina. Pina? I don't see the little thing, but Pina from El Nino. And Gabe Crisp from Whitechapel. See, look at this is one of those death metal guys that you could see. He's just dressed normal. He doesn't look all mean, and actually, definitely looks like a tough guy. But he doesn't look like he's like dressed in white makeup and like scary. So he looks like a nice guy. You could have a laugh with him. Oh, these are cool. Somebody told me that they made a limited edition Kirk Hammett like starter guitar pack like this. I don't see it in here, but this is pretty cool. These were all the rage when I was in 8th grade. I worked at a local guitar shop called World Music, and the Strat pack, that was like the #1 seller. You get your little Squier Strat, your Squier, 10 watt amp or whatever they were. Those little SP10, I think that's what it was. So you can get the Eclipse one, you can get the 4-string bass one, you can get the M, was that like an M10? The F one, the Viper one. That's really cool that they got all the different styles. You're not just stuck with one choice. Nice hard shell cases. Some merch. That's a dope shirt. Is that a women's shirt? They should make that kind of shirt for men too. So this kind of gives you a quick layout of like some of the different parts they use. And so there's set neck through. Okay, so set through neck joint. Our innovative neck construction technique gives you the look and feel of a neck through body design while maintaining the warmth and wood tone combinations of a set neck instrument. Access to the upper frets is not a problem, and gone is that old traditional bulky set neck heel. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't like the big bulky heels. Tone Pros, 2-way adjustable truss rods, Spurzl locking tuners, ESP locking tuners, Goto Magnum lock tuners, which is like, that's my favorite up there. But the ESP ones are super nice. I've used them before. String through bass bridge. A breakdown of a bunch of their different setups here for volumes and tones. And then is this everybody they didn't show? Oh, these are all the guitar players of Andrew WK. Wow. Imagine that. So probably going to see, no, James and Kirk have their own page. I was going to say James and Kirk are probably in here. Who else is in here? Got the dude from Immortal, El Nino. Another Lazarus. We got a girl who plays a purple Eclipse. That's a sweet guitar. 24 fret with abalone inlays. Deluxe LTD. I like that guitar. Captain Sensible. That's funny. Dude from Budgie. That's cool. Norma Jean. I was a big fan of them back in the day. Walls of Jericho. I've definitely heard of them. Who else we got in here? Amorphous. The Acacia Strain. Demonic Resurrection. Havoc. Parkway Drive. The Haunted. Chthonic. I would guess it's just Chonic or Chthonic. Chthonic. That wouldn't be a name you would want to say. What's the name of your band? See, that's the awkward thing about having that be your band name. Like, when you're first not big yet, and you're like, people are like, so what's your band called? And you have to say that, and then they're like, what? And then they're like, they mispronounce it back to you. And then you have to spell it out for them, and it's confusing, and people can't find your website. And I used to be in, my old screamo band was called Luck Down. Luckdown, all one word, Luck Down. And every time people would go, cool, what's your band called? Or they'd see us perform, and they'd go, what are you guys called? And we'd go, Luck Down. And they go, oh, great name, Lockdown. And we'd be like, no, Luck Down, like you're down on your luck. And they'd be like, oh. And then it just caused confusion. There would have to be like a conversation there. So we should have just been Lockdown. Oh, there's a band called Rage. That should be outlawed because everybody calls Rage Against the Machine Rage. The 69 Eyes. He looks like he'd be in a band called 69 Eyes. My Children, My Bride. Blood Stands Still. Look at these names. Hey, I know Prashant Aswani. Not an ESP guy anymore, though. He's a Charvel dude. He's a cool dude. He's got a signature set of EMGs as well. The Rev set. I've used them before. Revelation pickups. Bury Your Dead. Murder Dolls, Amorphous. Definitely a lot of behemoth. Look at this. That looks like a mannequin. And that's it. So, and then here's all the rest of the people. Or maybe this is even like duplicates. But look at all these artists who use ESP. This used to be my dream, to be on the back of an ESP catalog or something like that. But now, to be honest, I would like to have a custom couple ESPs, but I want to have my own catalog. Guitar Guts catalog or Murray Guitars catalog. Like that. Now that's what I strive for. Not necessarily to be on part of a team like this. I'm sponsored by all these other companies now. EMG and Ernie Ball and Boss Pedals and Iron Age Accessories and Tessie. Like, to have all these awesome sponsors behind me is so cool. One day, maybe, you never know, maybe I'll be on the back of Ernie Ball strings. I know Steve Terraberry's on the back. Like, how crazy is that? He's just a social media guitar player, so why couldn't I be on the back one day? Maybe next time they like change their printing for the back, I'll look back there and just see myself. It'll say Guitar Guts or Mark Murray or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is a good catalog. Very long catalog, but good. Did you guys make it to the end? If you made it to the end, let me know by typing in, I made it to the end in the comment section. I love when you guys comment throughout the video, too. So, should have said this at the beginning because nobody's watching anymore. Probably only 5% of you guys are left here at the end. So, it was fun, though. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Alright, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I had a ton of fun looking through this old guitar catalog. I love old guitar magazines and old guitar catalogs, so appreciate you guys watching. Head over to guitarguts.com if you want to buy a guitar from me. I think I still have 1 or 2 left there. And if you want to pick up the Guitar Guts coasters, Guitar Guts Kill Boost pedal, my signature kill switches that have my logo on them. We got guitar picks. We got all kinds of cool stuff over there. So head over there if you want to help support. Of course, you can sign up to the Patreon page at patreon.com/guitarguts. The links to all this stuff is down in the description below. And that's the main ways to help support Guitar Guts and help Trash to Thrash and all that kind of stuff. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Rock on, my friends. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to be subscribed to this channel and also hit the like button for this video. Here's a couple links to some videos that if you like this one, you'll probably enjoy as well. Be sure to come back next Sunday because we do this every week. And if you want to help support Guitar Guts, go sign up to the CEO tier of my Patreon. Links to that and my contact are down in the description below.